Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Great Awakening Generator. I'm your host, Rose McNair, and we are doing the Words of the Light series with Claudia. Hello, Claudia.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Well, we hope they're all good, don't we?
Yes.
Great, wonderful. So thank you for joining us today. Whatever day it is for you, whatever time you actually catch it, we are really appreciating your time with us. So, Claudia, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about truth and faith. Or trust and faith and the truth behind it.
Yeah.
And
okay.
The reason for the subject really is that during our awakening journey that we're all on, especially us as light workers, really working on our personal situation, on our personal growth, and how we are ascending to become more and more aligned with our soul itself and help humanity on this planet at this time with our gifts and with who we are at soul level. However, because we are all in the process of growth, all of us have these moments where things come across our paths that we thought we'd long dealt with, that we'd long ticked off, yet things reappear, or things appear in our lives that we then need to deal with from our new raised level of consciousness. So I think what is today is to not give up on the process, to not doubt yourself, not doubt that what you have done hasn't been helpful, hasn't worked. It really is trusting and having faith that we're on track, and the truth behind it, that yes, we are on track, and yes, we are learning so much more as we go. And we are, all of us, in the position of helping others, helping the greater consciousness by going through these processes ourselves.
Yeah.
And really not become despaired in a way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree that this is true. I've heard, like we were saying earlier, a lot of people are coming to this realization that they, just when they've done a lot of, they think, oh, fine, got through that, found the solution, I'm moving forward, it feels great, all of that, and suddenly 2 weeks later, it's back. You're like, oh my gosh, I thought I dealt with that. There's more than it could just be that you need to go back and do it again, but it could also be that perhaps you've been so used to the mindset of that you think you're going through that again, and this is when you trust and even invite your higher self, your guides, into your thoughts, into your space, and say, well, look, what is this? Is this really me? Is this what I'm truly feeling? We did the work, or if I'm really feeling that, then what is it that I need to fix? What is it that I need to clear? All of that stuff, right? It's important that we trust. It's important that we are open about ourselves, about what we're going through, and acknowledging is very important, because it's kind of liberates you. It liberates you when you acknowledge, I'm going through that, or I don't know why I'm going through this again, that kind of thing. So I feel like trust, hope, faith, those things are necessary right now.
Yeah. And still being okay to surrender, because that's where the growth happens.
That's right. That's right. I think one of the key ingredients is to be real with yourself and to be easy with yourself. The other key ingredient is to be easy with yourself. I've been saying it a lot recently. Be easy with yourself, because be easy with yourself. It's like, if we know how to do this, we suddenly don't remember everything about how to do it. Right? This is what it is. We came to sort of remember how to do things, to take the transformation, to go through the different levels. We've got the information within us and we can do it, but we're all taking the individual journey. So that's what I have to say. It's been such a theme. Every other person I spoke to in the last 2 weeks has told me that in some way or form, that they think they've dealt with things and then they're suddenly in a situation where they realize, oh my gosh, it's that thing again. So have faith that you have done the work. And
it just isn't finished. That's
yes,
it.
that's right. And I think we're never finished really at this point, right? Because I mean, if we finish it all now, then what's left?
Yeah.
Right? Because I think you're right about layers. I think like I've never thought about it like that in terms of the ascension and in terms of the transformation process. But like you just work through one set of things and then you move on and you feel like, okay, right now I'm moving forward, and then something else happens and it triggers those same things. It's another layer of where you know how to respond to it. How's my response this time? Do I fall down and think I'm helpless? Or do I stand up and say, oh yeah, seen you before. Well, this is what I did then. I'll do that. If it doesn't work, then what's the other thing I'm supposed to do? Let's do that. So.
Yeah, and I think that's what I've been thinking about this week, that the more consciousness you have, the easier it is to observe what you're doing.
Yes.
And realizing, oh, I'm holding the victim position now, or I'm trying to be stubborn, or whatever it is we're trying to do. Think, oh, that's what I'm doing. Okay, well, I don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah.
And take action and move forward and take matters in our own hands and not doubt and not give up and think, okay, this is just the next thing, and I'm
Yes.
still growing and it's still happening.
Yeah. Right. So I wanted to say a few things. I'm sorry, I probably should have said this, but it was written on my piece of paper. I was writing it yesterday when I was thinking about what we would do today. So just remember that this weekend we're experiencing the new moon. This weekend is the new moon, right? So remember, hey, when new moon happens, things do happen. The moon affects things on the planet, the tides, whether it's new moon, whether it's full moon. Around the new moon and the full moon, tides are affected. You might get a king tide or a neap tide, as they call it in other countries. Keep yourself safe. Weather patterns can be erratic, all of that. So just do those regular things. Be mindful. If you have moon practices, new moon practices you're doing, then do them. If you don't have you don't have any moon practices that you do, or you don't know what I'm talking about, go find out about them. I used to do moon practices. I don't do them anymore. Not diligently, but just for a while. I loved it. I loved doing the moon practice, especially when I had the bathtub and I would take my bubble bath with all the moonlight and all that. Now I don't have a bathtub in the house I live in. So there you go. That's the reason I'm not doing my moon practices. Anyway, we're supposed to have fun on this channel. So there you go. Also, I was reading up something last week about the solar flashes. So be easy, please, please be easy with yourself. The solar flashes that happened last week just caused people to have a lot of headaches. The third eye was highly activated with that. I noticed for myself in particular, I did Monday and Tuesday really well. I got to the Wednesday afternoon and I was like, just can't. It's like, oh, I felt blah. I was physically feeling like I couldn't move. I had headaches, which I haven't had in ages. And then I thought, oh, this is third eye, and so that solar flash, the resonance was high, and it basically, it affected us like that. So just remember, those are the things that are happening at the moment. I think it was Friday night, I had this headache and I lay on my bed and I could feel this energy all around my forehead, all the way down here. It felt like my crown chakra was being worked on with the energy that came down. So if you are feeling like that, this is normal. Just, look after yourself, have the water, do the meditation, be mindful, do your breathing, all of that. So yeah, just sort of, I wanted to say those things today. And anything you want to say, Claudia, before we go to our language?
No, I'm ready.
Okay, great. Okay, so this morning I did a meditation for the moon. Speaking of the moon, this is why I bring it to your attention, because it's high in my mind. And this lady that I do this the moon meditation, she's an amazing lady, because she by the way, that information I told you about the solar flash, I got it from somebody called Sarah Ariana. It's not my information, so that's why I am referencing her. Okay, she's an energy healer, and she's on YouTube, and she puts up these posts, which is quite good to read, because when I read that, I thought, oh, great, now I understand why my week was like that. So Alina Brown is her name, I think. She does these moon meditations. She only does moon meditations, and this morning I did the new moon meditation with her. And she did a mindfulness breathing thing. And I thought I wanted to take us in with the mindfulness breathing into the language. Okay. I just thought this might be a good thing to apply toning to. Now, the mindfulness, I'll explain to you what's going to happen. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to take 3 breaths. And when I come out, when I release the breath, I'm going to go, oh. I hope that came through. Did you hear the sound of it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we do when we talk about mindfulness breathing, because we come out, when we let the out breath comes out with a sigh or a tone. Okay. So I think I'll do 3, but let's see if more comes out. And I'm going to invite you to breathe with me as well as we do this. Okay. So Claudia, your button's pressed. My button's, oh, great. Thank you. So make yourself comfortable, sit in a comfortable position wherever you are, lie down, whatever suits you. And so I'm going to start breathing. And on the out breath, I will make a sound. So I invite you to join me with us. Okay. Lo male kita fai lo tia to varai tamai na kito tahe. Kashani kita dido tamam irua lilo kolola kisa meko tu fai tike ela mola kalena ketito tai Loco say lo like a lama shade tomato tatatera kanamasa ikamasa na nagi ukena he katai tukuna katando tai kate tafara nick look le taklamo taklale lo la ikla lo flat day down flakla to fo play look at the my do that do do rap the go that dum do fight tuck. Út cật cật kì núp phật cái đầu tấm tờ cả mà tốt tật tê 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 đồ phra này cái stuck đâu ra ít có sự tập túc ta lúc lạc lúc lek lúc lek tu flow fla ramos la le cái đồ stuck này tu freud ta cái đồ iskoro tatamai tamaras kat fe tuk me check de bro ta tain zo krotam te kram tai to bro takra ishta kana kene samakra fan stein no re data krata he korma satano takta frai ta koro tai tomara katsape work ta te fein to ha meskromate tomara kate tapai to kor ndakata te tap to fran tap bro te ta stein koro ta tok te Adikro, tanta समय के तो फतस ना करो इतना तो बना करके तमसाई तो बरा कहता ना सही तो तकरे तेकना मोस्टा feel the need to say these words because somebody out there is listening that wants to have a confirmation of something. And this is what I will say to you. I am the healer. I am the healer. I am the healer. I am the healer. E ok na fra nuk na meskatat ko fe rakto. Amne kere to frane kere stok top dera vato koro sekron farkite. Tekere to frana. So I feel like we got a telling off at the end there because I think that perhaps somebody is doubting what they're doing. And so you need to know that I just got that I am the healer. I'm the healer. So over to you, Claudia.
So that was very interesting and it definitely resonated with me. I had goosebumps, especially when it was really that funny sounding language.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'll find out if I can find out where that is from. And I think it was spoken by a group of people who are called the blueprinters, and who travel the galaxy a lot. Whose mission it is to raise consciousness wherever they go, and who very much are invested in making this human experience work. And the other information that I got is that it was also part of a parallel universe, so not just our one. So obviously the blueprinters have gone lots of places, but there are also souls from the parallel universe that sometimes incarnate. I have not come across one. I have come across them as spirit guides, so that they bring a whole different aspect to how we look at life on Earth, how we look at things, and is it actually, really questioning, what are we doing? What are we looking at? Is this the truth, or is this just one aspect of it? So that's what I got out of that.
That's interesting. Very interesting, because I thought, I was actually wondering about that language because I just thought, okay, it kind of sounded like last week's, and I thought, the Lyran did turn up then, but anyway.
That was at the beginning, but then it changed.
It changed completely again.
Yeah.
I'll say this very quickly because we will carry on. Oh no, actually carry on because I don't want to disturb this energy. So carry on.
So let's see if there's anything else that wants to be said and who's actually coming. I thought the Lyrans were coming, but maybe not.
The blueprinters, maybe.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting, because I've been getting quite cold and I thought, oh, maybe it's them, but maybe it's my room. So it's someone from the parallel universe and an Arcturian. So let's see what they've got to say. So if we all want to close our eyes and just connect to our inner sun, really go deep within ourselves. Take a deep breath. And focus on our breathing. Breathe in for 4. Hold it for 4. And breathe out for 5. If you can do this in your mind, we'll repeat it again 2 more times. Breathe in, counting to 4. Hold for 4. And breathe out, counting to 5. And last time, breathe in, counting to 4. Hold it for 4. And count out to 5 to breathe out. So the message is this. You are all on a journey, your personal journey, but also humanity's journey. You cannot just be on your own and not participate in the bigger journey that everyone else takes part in. You cannot live in your own reality and be able to change things from within if you are not part of it. You have to face what other people are going through to help humanity on a larger scale. You have to look at the darkness and analyze it from where you are standing. Analyze it from the aspect of what it means to your personal journey. Are you in a position to change things on a greater scale? Or is your role to hold the fort? Is your role to work on yourself and to help those in your close vicinity, your family members, your friends, your neighbors, people in your community? Or is your role to work on the grand scale, be in contact with the Council of the Light, get the light codes down to earth to change things, influence people on that level? What is your role? Really assess your situation. Look at your strengths, look at your gifts. What is your position in helping the collective? Use your inner guidance. Use the guides that are all around you, the ascended masters, angels, beings of the higher realms. Whoever you have contact with, ask them for confirmation. What is your place in this process that is called the ascension? the ascension of consciousness of each individual and collective consciousness. What is your role? Don't step over boundaries that are not yours to overstep. We are not saying to neglect your personal journey. That is very important that you remain working on yourself and learn what you need to learn to help others on their journey. But at the same time, use it, look at the collective and use your knowledge to influence others, help others in their awakening process, or have compassion for those who are not willing to go on that journey, for that is their free will. There is no need to criticize. The great need is for compassion, for accepting others for who they are and where they are at. That is the big thing that you can work on. Compassion and love for those around you and for the greater collective. Even in times where you doubt, where you question, go deep within. Communicate with your guidance system. Work on those connections to get the information that you need to help yourself and the greater consciousness of this planet. For that is what we all have been called to do. Shine our light, stand strong in what we believe in, but at the same time be open to question where those beliefs come from, if they still apply, or if it's time to open your consciousness to be able to move to the next level, to help people from that perspective. If you haven't done so, please close your eyes now, because there is a healing transmission coming. I believe this is from the Arcturians. And this is all around opening our consciousness, opening our minds, our hearts, to receive new information, the next level of information that we are ready for, to grow personally and as a collective. So whatever your place is in this awakening process, with yourself, your family, your friends, your community, or on a grander scale, take your position with pride. Take your position in the knowledge that what you are doing is worthy and extremely important. Do not try to be someone you are not. You really need to stand in your personal power to make the difference that is needed on earth right now. Really think what your gifts are and what you're contributing. Do not question, do not doubt. Stand tall and strong and move forward at the pace that is right for you. You are doing this work for yourself, for the current generation, and for future generations to come. Take your position in this process. As my children are bickering in the background, they say, you need to give everyone the space and the time to develop in their own space and time that they need. Hold the space if that is your role, or take charge if that is your role. Be really mindful of what you need to do and enjoy the process. See the progress that you are making. See the progress that those around you are making. And don't doubt you've done nothing if you encounter similar things. That is not the case. You can look at them from a level of higher consciousness. We are all here to support you. Please use us, use the information that we can provide, use the knowledge, use our light codes. Be there, open-minded, open-hearted, open to receive new information. And then the process won't be painful. Just be open-minded to where you are at and where those who are around you are at. Show love and compassion. Try and look at the core of the person in front of you. See if you can show love and compassion to their inner child to help them grow. You can do this on the grand scale as well. Look at the person. Look at their inside and help them grow by accepting where they are at. Because like you, they are all on their personal journey and a part of the journey of the collective. Please keep in touch. Keep working with us, and the process will go smoother and faster. However, we know everyone needs their own space to process, their own time, and that's perfect. But as a collective, things are moving fast. So you need to stand strong, hold the light, carry the light, and help others with that. Much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Good message. Good message. Very much for our time. I had to let the dog out, so I apologize that I had to take myself off camera. Yeah. That was
So I feel
something.
there is more healing and light coming in. So just I'm asking for that to happen in our hours of rest, that it doesn't interfere. Just be mindful, there's more coming. Stay hydrated. Eat what your body's asking for, so the process can go as smooth as possible.
Yeah, even if it's chocolate.
Definitely.
I was gonna say, there's a lot of energy when you said, "Oh, there's a healing coming." There was such a lot of energy all around me. I could feel the heat in my back and my, in the chest, and I was like, "Wow, that's interesting." I'm curious about the other soul, from a parallel. What did you say? Parallel universe, parallel timeline.
That was the first bit. And I couldn't even, that was very interesting. I don't even know what I said. I need to go back to the recording.
Yeah, I was just curious about that other soul. Like, what's it doing here, man? What the heck?
That was quite different. And
Very
then the
different.
healing of the Arcturians came in. So I'm going to
Yeah.
have to go back and listen again.
Yeah, that's great. Good. Anything you want to say before we go?
No, I'm feeling quite lightheaded, so I need to go and look after myself now.
Very good.
Thank
Very
you.
good. We do. It's
Thank
been kind
you.
of one of those days, but I want to, I'll say something. You okay? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
I just wanted to say something here before we go. And I want, firstly, everybody, the things that we do on this channel, we do them out of love, and we do them out of our desire to fulfill our life's purpose here, and our desire in fulfilling our life's purpose to basically, I guess, support you along your way on the journey to yourself. So remember, if we are, like, I do the light language, if I'm doing the light language, I'm not higher in that sense. I want you to know that there's no hierarchy in it. I'm not like, because I know the light language, or I don't know the language actually. My soul knows the language, but because I do the language doesn't make me higher than everybody else. I want to say that because we all have language in our soul. And what I am doing is I am saying my language that my soul remembers, with the intention that it will awaken you to yours. If you're open, you might even start speaking your language. We are not into hierarchy here. We are one. That's not hierarchy. Okay.
No, I think that's your amazing gift that you are contributing, and that's helping others in the process.
It is, but it doesn't mean I should have a chip on my shoulder, or I'm better than
No.
anybody else.
No.
And I don't, but I wanted to point that out. Just because I'm doing it doesn't mean, this thing of, oh, you've got that and I wish for it, but I can't have it because I'm not good enough or whatever. There's some stigmatism attached to that. Please, I have reasons why I'm saying this. I have reasons why I'm saying this. So if you feel like, hey, you know what? Oh, it's that person, she can do it. I am doing this because that's what I'm called to do here. And mine came fast and when I was quite young, because that is part of my gift that I'm offering to all of you. That is my skill that I offer to you, the esoteric skill I have. I have other skills too, but that's the one that is coming out for me to do now to all of you. So just because we do this work doesn't make us better than anybody else. It just says that we're in a place in our transformation process, or in our soul's journey to the soul process, that we awakened to our gifts and we are exercising them. And that's not to downplay what we're doing. It's to just say that I'm not feeling because I do this, I'm better than you. Do you know what I mean? I need to say.
But I think that is what was also part of the second part of the channeling, that we are using our gifts and we stand tall and we use them.
Yes.
And everyone has different ones, and everyone has a very different role to play in the process. It can be on a small level, it can be on a large level. It doesn't matter. There's no better or worse. Everyone is needed.
Everything is relative. Everything is relevant. Right? Definitely. That's it. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll catch you next time here on the Great Awakening Generator. Claudia, you want to say goodbye?
That was quite intense. Thank you, Rose.
You're very
I'm going to have
welcome.
some chocolate now, no
Yes,
doubt.
definitely. That's how you feel. That's what you should do. Thank you, everyone. We'll catch you next time. Yeah, have a
Ka
great week.
kite.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.